about backline diving here. Looks like it is Purify on the Kimmy, Flicker on the Granger, since Flicker is one of the battle spells that allows you to disjoint Ogi Shadow Kill. Cambodia is playing a very similar composition the last time around. The only difference is now they have 2 backline DPSs to be protected, but in exchange for that, they will get a lot more late game damage.
Oh, I'm really worried definitely for Team Cambodia. But again, this is the best of 5. Give it up for the team of Indonesia versus Cambodia. Welcome to the World Esports Championship 2025.
You are currently watching Game 2 of the Grand Finals. It's a best of 5 series, so first the 3 wins. And Indonesia is currently sitting on a 1-0 score. Vival already trying to steal a camp. Actually will succeed with that retry as well.
Definitely trying to do a lot of invasive movement right now by the team of Indonesia and Cambodia. For what I kind of actually look on the draft rise, I think when it comes to the early games, they can be able to survive. They can be able to tone down just a little bit of the movement from Team Indonesia. But moving into the mid game, I think that's where the fine line that you're going to be able to actually have a little bit of problem if Indonesia stacks up all of their damage. And here on out, Shell, so much damage to the side of Mlbb with only the Chrono Dash. And this is where the fine line, how Mlbb needs to step down just a little bit.
Yeah, Mlbb has been having very clean Granger games for the entire day, basically, even against matchups that don't necessarily favor her. But Harif is a difficult one.
No, goes in for the dive. Shadow kill comes through. Mlbb will be the first blood in the hands of Vival.
Vival coming in at a very important timing right there, because you would normally expect the junglers to gank the EXP lane at this timing due to the turtle coming up. By going for the goal lane instead, Vival gets a kill and sets herself up for an easier turtle take.
This is really going to be a really tough call coming up from Team Cambodia. A lot of the pressures come through. Even Moshi right now, 1v1 goes out to Fumieko. Fumieko will be able to skirt away without any casualties. So not to worry much for Team Indonesia, but this is where the setup for the turtle dance. Let's see how Team Cambodia can do something about it.
Vival currently slightly ahead in EXP compared to Tagami, thanks to that 1 jungle camp stolen, as well as the kill onto Mlbb earlier. This means that Indonesia has a slight advantage when it comes to the retry battle, but Cambodia still has the better direct team fight composition. Front to back is the best type of team lineup to contest objectives with, and so because of that, they still hold control.
That front still good, but Tagami takes the turtle first for the hands of Cambodia. Now comes in for the fight, but it seems that does not rush of a follow-up comes through from the side of Indonesia. Sine comes in, goes out. Even the Abyssal Arrow just going to land off, but they will be able to disperse without any of the sacrifices.
That is to be expected somewhat. Team Cambodia still have a better lineup for fighting turtles right now. Team Indonesia still wants to go for more single target pickups with this Hayabusa and Selena, so they won't commit too hard to trying to take that away from their opponents. Even without it, Indonesia has already shown us that they are capable of farming at a speed equivalent to even taking these objectives away.
Let's see. So far right now, we are seeing that both of the teams are able to actually just fight it off, make sure that they be able to actually survive it out. Somehow, objective, yeah, will be on the side of Cambodia, but not much of the gap though when it comes to economy. It's just 3,000 above Indonesia, and even for the fight of the crabs as well, somehow will be leaning onto the side of Cambodia. Goes in for a fight with Elan, though somehow Elan will be able to be guarded by the rest of the players of Cambodia.
So the reason why Cambodia hold on.
Oh, they land. Lebazararo comes in. Fumieko jumps in with a falling star, but goes out with a wave breaker. Can they make it actually goes through? No, unfortunately doesn't actually make it through. And now they're going in for the AOG. Make it away. Goes in for Moshi as well, but Moshi managed to survive it out. So no casualty whatsoever with Uwe managed to survive.
You know, the sentence I was about to say before I was cut off is the reason Minotaur is picked is because he can quite effectively block abyssal arrows and keep people alive. And before I could even finish the sentence, the fight started.
It has
because
been portrayed as well.
Got hit by an abyssal arrow. So I don't even know what to call that curse at this point, but Indonesia going to be able to find solid advantage with that, instantly transitioning to taking the entire gold shield down bottom. And the turtle is spawning at this time as well.
It's not a curse, Dafa. It's definitely you actually predicting the future already. don't take everything on negativity, Zafa. Right now it's positive.
Caster Curse is something that exists, you know?
It does exist, but so far you're doing well. So don't take it back. But on the other side right now, Mlbb got it all ganked out by the team of Cambodia. But again, when it comes to Esmeralda, definitely she can just swish wash and still survive it out with so much sustainability in her hands. But Mlbb in trouble there, having a lot of structure in ground with the Bezel arrow as well, but goes in for the AOG. Now it's going to be a steal for Cambodia. Turtle gets in the hands again twice, and it seems that Cambodia, objective-wise, they are on the eyes now.
Having a Fred Rid means that you will typically have the advantage when it comes to turtles and lords compared to any sort of assassin jungles. And the fact that Team Cambodia knew that 2 members of Team Indonesia were in the bot lane trying to gank Mlbb meant they had the numbers advantage for sure, so they would have guaranteed that most of the time. But Team Indonesia still tried to see if they could potentially get a cheeky steal regardless. So we have to keep this in mind currently. Both sides still fairly even as we approach the 6-minute mark.
Let's see, so far right now, Team Cambodia, they know that they are focusing greatly for the objective. So goal difference-wise is what made them a little bit okay for now. It's just that even though with all the objectives already been taken, Team Indonesia, they are still step ahead with all the kills. And now, coming in, Mlbb had to flicker away before being taken out. This is a risky move coming in from Team Cambodia. So they actually had to step things up, making sure that all the minions, all the wave does not pressure into their lane.
That's honestly such a sneaky thing to do though from Fumieko. As a marksman, you would never expect anyone to be hiding that deep into your jungle while you're just trying to rotate the map, and it looks like he's not letting up.
Oh no, Fumieko goes in for the dive! Shuts down Mlbb! But is it going to be in the cost of her own life? AOG comes in, Gus gets 2 players, Uwe takes down Fumieko, and now going in for Vivian as well. But Vivian takes down with the turret, but they want it more. They want to actually go for the trade. Vivian will be stolen by Tegami, and now going in for the shadow kill. Oh, Vivian goes in for the trade for the Uwe. Now one more, but unfortunately with that, Tegami also steal away. And now moving on, City will do the last hit to make sure not just 2, but 3 trades will be done by Indonesia.
I think that does end up being beneficial for Indonesia though in the end. They are in a position where they want to get as many pickoffs as possible, even if it means trading for themselves. It would have been the best case scenario if Vival survived, but being able to pick off the opponent's main 2 cores while keeping your own alive, Shell not even being part of that fight, farming the entire time on the other side of the map, means that Indonesia is going to be able to build a nice little gold lead for themselves. Next turtle now going to be coming up. Indonesia in full control over the river. Cambodia dealing with all the pushing waves is not going to be able to walk up for this.
The sacrifice is fruitful for Team Indonesia. All the trades are required so that they can actually set up to get that last turtle. And coming in for the shadow kill. Oh, just a little bit spurs right now, but still will be able to go for the stun. Vivian shuts down along with the AOG. Now pushing on right now, Cambodia want to make sure they can trade it off, but now somehow they won't be able to do so. The follow is not there. Going in, City managed to go through, goes in for the minion fury, but doesn't actually catch up for the follow. Instead, it's going to be a backstab comes through for the side of Team Indonesia. Fumiko takes down Yue. Someone forceful out, but Mochi as well as Tegami Mlbb will be able to survive it out.
Team Cambodia has not been given enough time to build up damage compared to before. They haven't been able to get as much of a snowball on their Granger or their Kimi, which means that Team Indonesia are very willing to take extended trades. They just have a lot of sustained frontliners alongside the Revitalize on Vivian. They can cut fights in half, they can force the marksmen back, and then they can slowly dismantle the front line. Team Cambodia needs to play a little bit slower and safer, but in doing so also creates more opportunities for the arrow.
They goes in for the minion fury. Somehow doesn't actually have the follow-up. Shadow kill comes through. Doesn't get Moshi though, but at the same time, this is going to actually be an opener. AOG comes in. Vivian takes down Chandi Uwe. Just a little bit more. Will be able to actually secure it off, but unfortunately, Team Cambodia, great defense. They managed to survive it out.
Good job by Team Cambodia there, being able to exchange bodies and rotate themselves within the team fight to make sure that they each soak enough damage that no one goes down to it. But it's also because Team Indonesia dived a little bit too far for that one. And there was really no need for them to. They're just testing limits right now because they've been able to build up a 3.5k lead. And next Lord is coming up in 20 seconds, so a win there would have set themselves up very comfortably for it. But even without the win in the team fight, they've got good split pushing pressure with Fumieko as well as Vival. And then Team Cambodia is going to need to rotate together a lot of the time to make sure they are not picked off. So
They are.
that means that Indonesia controls the map.
Yeah, they are. Definitely. It's really tough coming in from Team Cambodia. Want to do a split push, but they deny it. Fumieko, again, Swiss Rash, split dash. Doesn't actually manage to actually take down. He goes for the last hit for Elon instead. Samapo has already been picked up. Minion Fury trying to make sure that they also be avoiding it. But Shadow Kill comes in. Dust goes in for the dash though. But Mlbb, just last hit, managed to move away from the Abyssal Arrow. But again, this is already a 1-win because they already taken out Elon. One damage burst comes in from Cambodia.
It was a good flicker timing there from Mlbb to make sure that the Ogi Shadow Kill wouldn't finish her off. If they lost Granger as well, Indonesia would have absolutely won that fight. But we can see that they are doing a great job of targeting the right people. Even in the chaos of these 5-mans, those Abyssal Arrows are connecting. The Ogi Shadow Kills are being built up. Team Cambodia needs to reposition themselves and play defensively now to make sure that their marksmen can be protected.
This is the first lot in the hands of Team Indonesia. Left with 2 layers of turret. They can definitely finish it off already with this pushing of the minion. No matter what, the problem is with the holy defense, Will might actually be tempted right now. This is possibly the problem, but Moshi once more goes in for the bravest fighter. Lose the connection and ended up giving the opportunity for Shell just dash away, surviving it.
Quite unfortunate that Mushi missed the Flicker Landshaker, but even if it did connect, Shell still had the Purify. So she would have gotten out no matter what. The damage scaling now not going to be given a lot of time to come online because Indonesia keeps going for the fights.
Oh, Shadow Kill almost barely coming in. Goes in for the Shuriken, but still not enough though. Mlbb managed to skirt away, barely alive, but somehow now going in for the mid turret. Goes out for the fight. They know they want to actually drag out just a little bit for the team of Indonesia. Will not get that turret, but Lord is coming in. That holy defense will be break immediately for them to get more of that balance of the turret. Inhibitor turret right now will be taken out just a little bit.
Team Indonesia is well aware of the dynamics of their team compositions. They know that this game, they're actually playing the lineup that has a little bit less scaling potential overall since they are dealing with a Granger Kimmy. This is one of the best late game scaling duos in the entirety of Mlbb, which means that they have to up the pressure. They cannot allow this game to last too long because it'll end up in a very similar situation to what they did to Cambodia in game number 1.
Buff been stolen. Initiation always been stepped up ahead by Team Indonesia. Now even that Abyssal Arrow was able to land to take Gummy. Moshi want to do a little bit of zoning there. River Spider comes through, but at the same time, Mlbb was spotted out right at the back line, but at the same time, they will be able to survive it out. Goes back to the base, and now the turret of the bottom already been shut down. They know this is going to be an opening. Are they going to actually force it out? Zamaforce already pulled out. Wait, just a little bit more. Chrono Dash comes through. Still managed to survive it out. Now they will be able to pull through just a little bit of defense. Great job coming through from Cambodia. But Team Indonesia, such discipline.
Uwe is doing a lot of work right now, keeping the side of Team Cambodia alive, healing the low health teammates when they're just on the cusp of death. Unfortunately, Minotaur is a very reactive type tank, which means that Uwe can't really do anything until something has actually happened. It's more of a counter-engage style. So they have to bait Indonesia in for the fights instead, but Indonesia isn't just running into them directly. They know that that is the strength of Cambodia's draft, so they're attacking from different angles, diving from the backline, forcing Elan and Mlbb out of the fight. Even if they don't kill the marksmen, as long as they're not there, Cambodia can no longer win. They just have to play to not lose.
Damage coming in from Fumieko is 55,000k. Sheesh, that's a lot coming in from the one who is tanky enough to survive at the front line. And this is where Fumieko is just shining, making sure that no one will be able to take down by Team Cambodia. Team Cambodia somehow couldn't find any answers so that they can actually just shell through into the Team Indonesia front hold. So far this is going to be another lot freely given up to the team of Indonesia because they will be able to guard out, get a little bit of a zero, land it out to take Gummy, but Moshi comes in for the initiation. River Spider doesn't get Vivian instead, and now pushing on, they had to pull away before becoming a sacrifice in the hands of Indonesia.
Good reactive reaction from Cambodia right there. They see the Esmeralda coming from behind, so they instantly retreat. They make sure no one's left behind either, but they will have to give up their control over the Lord. Indonesia going to have another chance to push into the base now. And this is a very crucial Lord timing for them, actually. This is the last Lord that Indonesia can safely end the game with while still being a dominating position. If Cambodia is able to survive this without losing too many bodies, they will actually hit the timing where their marksmen start to scale. And then they can slowly regain map control. For that reason, Indonesia needs to get as much damage done with this Lord as possible right now.
See, this is going to be the last set of defense. If Team Cambodia does not hold every single pressure that has already been built up by Team Indonesia, as they make it through into the baseline right now, they are making sure that all of the wave is pushing into the base of Team Cambodia, making sure that they are coming in. Bazaro already lands to Tegami, but they're not going to actually go into the overextension. Just waiting up for the Lord to come into contest for the Crystal. And this is where they want to actually make sure that all of the divide information or even the focus will come into Cambodia's side. Somehow, Deviant goes into the front line. Mieko trying to do a little bit of split splash. Doesn't actually get anyone, but Cambodia, that overextension. But they are going in for a fight with Fumieko. Goes out with the AOG. Vivian gets 3 players. But now are they going pushing in? They are going to push in with the Zama. Shadow Kill comes in. And now pushing on. They don't get the kills though, but they are going in for the crystals just a little more. Vivian takes down Baobei. Ichel managed to take down Mongshi as well. But still, it is a little bit messy coming up from Team Cambodia. They still managed to survive it out, but no, he launches down. Double kill comes into Shell. Crystal a little bit more. Will be Shadow. Vivian will get the last hit, giving that triple kill in the hands of City.
Game 2 goes in favor, once again, of Team Indonesia, which means the defending champions of the World Esports Championship are now officially on tournament point. 1 victory away from defending their title once more. A very aggressive gameplay coming in here, and identifying that this is the time where they have to throw all their bodies against the wall to ensure that scaling never becomes an issue.
I mean, we did see great momentum coming in from Team Cambodia. We do have to agree that there was a lot of defense that it was set up. It was really good. It was actually kind of successful. They were able to zone out just a little bit of the players of Indonesia. But here's the thing, as much as you try to hold, you try to defend, it actually kind of falters if the moment that your lifelines decrease a little by little. And you're talking about how Vival was able to actually just dive in with the shadow kills, and even with the motivation raw, just to hype out, just to get a lot of revitalization for the health line, is still not going to be enough.
The biggest missed call, I think, in that game from Team Cambodia was actually right at the very end when they decided to engage on Fumieko.
Yeah.
Because I already set the states, right? Their lineup will scale better. And if Indonesia doesn't end the game